Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the next measure of dispersion, name is quartile deviation. In the topic of measure of central tendency, we already learned how to calculate the quartiles. So for finding the quartile deviation, we need the quartiles. So see how to calculate the quartile deviation. Quartile deviation is defined as QD, that is quartile deviation is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, where Q1 is the first quartile and Q3 is the third quartile. And the relative measure of quartile deviation is coefficient of quartile deviation formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q. Let's see one example of ungrouped data. Calculate the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation for following data. The data values we are given 26, 30, 35, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20, 40, 45, 11, 18, 15, 49 and last is 60. Here the ascending order data values are 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 15, 18, 20, 26, 30, 35, 40, 45, 49 and last is 60. We already learned how to calculate the quartiles for ungrouped data. For finding the quartiles for ungrouped data, we need to arrange the data in ascending or descending order. And here n, that is the number of observations we are given in examples, total 15 observations. So here the n value is 15. Now how to calculate the quartiles for ungrouped data? So the formula for calculating the quartiles for ungrouped data is Qi is equal to I in bracket n plus 1 divided by fourth observation, because there are 3 quartiles which divide the data into how many equal parts? 4 equal parts when arrange the data in ascending or descending order. Now for finding the value of Q1, for quartile deviation we need the values of Q1 and Q3, that is first quartile and third quartile. So find out the Q1 and Q3. So for finding the value of Q1, put I is equal to 1 in the formula. So the formula is Q1 is equal to 1 into in bracket n plus 1 divided by fourth observation when data arranged in ascending or descending order. Now plug the value of n is equal to 15 in the formula. So Q1 is equal to 1 into in bracket 15 plus 1 divided by fourth observation. So 15 plus 1, that is 16. 16 divided by 4, that is fourth observation. So fourth into 1, that is fourth. So which one is the fourth observation in ascending order data? So the fourth observation is 9. So Q1 value is 9. Now calculate the value of Q3. So for finding the value of Q3, put I is equal to 3 in the formula. So the Q3 is equal to 3 into in bracket n plus 1 divided by fourth observation when data arranged in ascending or descending order. So in next step, put n is equal to 15. So Q3 is equal to 3 into n value is 15. So 15 plus 1 divided by fourth observation. So 15 plus 1, that is 16. 16 divided by 4, that is 4. 4 into 3, that is 12th observation. So which one is the 12th observation? The 12th observation is 40. So the Q3 value is 40, that is the third quartile. Now what is the formula for calculating the quartile deviation? So formula for finding the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation for ungrouped data, group data and continuous data are same. So the formula quartile deviation QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Just plug the value of Q3 and Q1 in the formula. So the Q3 value is 40 and the Q1 is 9. So 40 minus 9 divided by 2. So 40 minus 9, that is 31. So 31 divided by 2, that is 15.5. Now the coefficient of quartile deviation formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. So just plug the value of Q1 and Q3. So 40 minus 9 divided by 40 plus 9, that is 31 divided by 49. So the value is 0.632653. So this is the example of ungrouped data. Now see the example of group data. Calculate the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation for following data. So the data we are given x along with their frequency, that means the given data is group data. Then how to calculate the quartiles for group data? So for finding the quartiles for group data, we need to calculate the LCF first. So the how to calculate the LCF? What is the first frequency value? 2. So the write down first frequency value as it is. So 2 as it is. Then 2 plus 5, that is 7. Then 7 plus 7, that is 14. Then 14 plus 13, that is 27. Then 27 plus 21, that is 48. 48 plus 6, that is 54. Then 54 plus 8, that is 62. Then 62 plus 3, that is 65. And here the capital N, that is the total frequency value is 65. Then how to calculate the quartiles for ungrouped data? First step is to calculate LCF. Then second step is to calculate IN divided by 4. So for finding the first quartile, for quartile deviation we need the values of Q1 and Q3. So calculate first Q1 and Q3. So for finding the Q1, put I is equal to 1. So 1 into what is the value of capital N? 65. So 65 divided by 4. So what is the value? 16.25. So see the LCF just greater than 16.25. Here which LCF value is just greater than 16.25? Here the LCF 27 is just greater than 16.25. So the corresponding value of x is first quartile. So our Q1 value is 17.5. Now calculate the Q3. For finding the value of Q3, put I is equal to 3. So I is 3. So 3 for Q3. So 3 into 65 divided by 4. So the value is 48.75. Now see the LCF just greater than 48.75. So here the LCF 54 is just greater than 48.75. So the corresponding value of x is third quartile. So our Q3 value is 27.5. Okay, so this is the method for finding the quartiles for group data. Okay, now just find out the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation. How to calculate the quartile deviation? Formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Q3 value is 27.5 and Q1 is 17.5. So 27.5 minus 17.5 divided by 2, that is 10 divided by 2, that is the QD value is 5, that is quartile deviation is equal to 5. Now the coefficient of quartile deviation formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. So just plug the value of Q1 and Q3 in the formula. So 27.5 minus 17.5 divided by 27.5 plus 17.5, that is 10 divided by 45. So the answer is 0.2222. So this is the example of group data for finding the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation. Now see the last case, continuous data. So calculate the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation for following data. Continuous data means we are given the classes along with their frequency. Now how to calculate the quartiles for continuous data? For finding the quartiles for continuous data, first calculate LCF. So how to calculate LCF? First frequency write down as it is. So 12 as it is. Then 12 plus 22. Then 34. 34 plus 28, that is 62. 62 plus 38, that is 100. Then 100 plus 37, that is 137. 137 plus 29, that is 166. 166 plus 20, that is 186. And 186 plus 14, that is 200. And here the total frequency, that is capital N, is 200. Now for finding the quartile deviation, we need the values of Q1 and Q3. So first find out the value of Q1. For Q1, put I is equal to 1. So the first step is to calculate IN divided by 4. So the put I is equal to 1. So 1 into capital N is 200 divided by 4. So 1 into 200 divided by 4, that is 50. So see the LCF just greater than 50. So here which LCF value is just greater than 50? So here the LCF 62 is just greater than 50. So the corresponding class is first quartile class. So our first quartile class is 4 to 6. Now what is the formula for calculating the quartiles for continuous data? Qi is equal to L plus In divided by 4 minus Cf upon F into H. Now just put I is equal to 1. So Q1 is equal to L plus In divided by 4 minus Cf upon F into H. Then what is the L? L is the lower limit of quartile class. So what is the lower limit of that quartile class? 4. So just plug the L value is 4. Now what is the value of In divided by 4? So In divided by 4 value is 50. So 50. Now CF. CF is the LCF value before the quartile class. So here the LCF 34 value is before the quartile class. So CF value is 34. Now F. F is the frequency of quartile class. What is the frequency of that first quartile class? 28. So 28. And H is the class width of quartile class. How to calculate the class width? Upper limit minus lower limit. So upper limit is 6 and lower limit is 4. So 6 minus 4, that is 2. So H value is 2. So in next step, Q1 is equal to 4 plus 50 minus 34, that is 16, divided by 28 multiplied by 2. So 16 divided by 28, that is 0.5714, multiplied by 2, that is 1.1428, plus 4, that is 5.1428. So our Q1 value is 5.14. Now for Q3, put I is equal to 3. So In divided by 4 value is, put I is equal to 3. So 3 into capital N is 200 divided by 4. So the value is 150. Now see the LCF just greater than 150. So here which LCF value is just greater than 150? So here the LCF 166 is just greater than 150. So the corresponding class is your third quartile class. So the third quartile class is 10 to 20, 10 to 12. So what is the formula for calculating the quartiles for continuous data? The formula is Qi is equal to L plus In divided by 4 minus Cf upon F into H. Just put I is equal to 3. So Q3 is equal to L plus In divided by 4 minus Cf upon F into H. What is L? L is the lower limit of quartile class. So what is the lower limit of that class? So 10. So L is 10 plus In divided by 4 value is 150. What is CF? CF is the LCF value before the quartile class. So here the CF value is 137. What is F? F is the frequency of that class. That means quartile class. So what is the frequency of that class? 29. So F value is 29 into H. H is the class width of quartile class. The class width is calculated as upper limit minus lower limit. So 12 minus 10, that is 2. So H value is 2. Now Q3 is equal to 10 plus 150 minus 137, that is 13, divided by 29, that is the frequency, multiplied by 2. So 13 divided by 29, that is 0.448276, multiplied by 2, that is 0.896552. So 10 plus 0.896552 is equal to 10.896552. So this is the value of Q3. Now calculate the quartile deviation and coefficient of. So the formula for finding the quartile deviation is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So Q3 value is 10.7026 and Q1 is 5.1428 divided by 2. So the 10.7026 minus 5.1428 is 5.5598 divided by 2. So answer is 2.7799, and the coefficient of quartile deviation formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. So just plug the value of Q1 and Q3 in the formula. So 10.7026 minus 5.1428 is 5.5598, and 10.7026 plus 5.1428 is 15.8454. So the answer is 0.350878. So this is the example of finding the values of quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation for continuous data. Now the last, the merits and demerits of quartile deviation. Merit of quartile deviation is it is simple to understand and easy to calculate. Now the demerits are it is not based on all observation. and if it is not based on all observation, then it is not rigidly defined, and if it is not rigidly defined, then it is not capable for further mathematical treatment, that is it is not used for the further mathematical calculations. And the last demerit is it is not calculated for qualitative data, because the quartiles Q1, Q3 and Q2 is calculated for qualitative data, but the quartile deviation is not calculated for qualitative data, because the formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Suppose my Q3 value is red and Q1 is black, then how to subtract the black minus red? We can't calculate the subtraction of qualitative data. So the quartiles is calculated for qualitative data, but quartile deviation is not calculated for qualitative data.